You are what I write. That's right, boys and girls. I'm back, and tonight we're going into In the Mouth of Madness by John Carpenter. This is by far my second favorite Carpenter movie, next to The Thing. But The Thing is its own review. Tonight, we're talking about Sutter Kane, played by the great Jurgen Prochnow. And it all starts when Sam Neill is hired to find Sutter Kane. And this movie, I feel you really get to see John Carpenter's brilliance with the camera. Because this whole story is phenomenal. And you also get one hell of a hard rock anthem throughout the whole movie. But Sam Jones plays private investigator Trent. He is hired to find Sutter Kane. And so he goes out and he buys all Kane's books. And he reads them all. And he starts cutting out pieces of the cover, and he pieces together that Sutter Kane is in this fictional town called Hobbs End. And if you haven't seen it, spoiler, you haven't seen a movie that was made in 1994, I'm sorry. But visually speaking, just the world that Carpenter creates is so beautiful and so creepy and so fantastic. And I remember when I first saw this movie at the theater, and everybody was hiding their eyes because it freaked them out so bad. And I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I loved it that much. And I love the line that Sutter Kane delivers when he says, "You are what I write." That is so phenomenal. And there's just a million quotable lines in this movie. I mean, everybody knows, do you read Sutter Kane? But you could sit there and just ramble off 100 different quotes from this movie, and everybody would know exactly what movie you were talking about. This movie has everything I could ask for in a movie. It has a great aesthetic. The cinematography in this movie is phenomenal. When they're at the mental asylum, you actually feel like Sam Neill is in the mental ward because he's been driven insane. And my all-time favorite line is, "I'm God now." Sutter Kane's writing has actually surpassed the Bible in what people actually believe. And the other thing I love about this movie is how you start to see the the story blend into reality. You know, Kane writes this. You know how the inhabitants of this town are starting to be taken over by the old ones, as he calls them in the movie. And it's just so good. And there would not, you can't say Carpenter without talking about the theme in a Carpenter movie. And again, Carpenter is the man when it comes to writing movie music. And this had, like I said, it had almost like a goth, hard rock feel sound to it, and it so worked for this movie. You also have Charlton Heston, who plays the publisher, if you will, for Kane's books. And then you also have Julie Carmen, who also is a phenomenal actress in this movie. And you might, if you've seen it, you'll recognize her from Fright Night Part 2, where she played the sister of Jerry Dandridge, Regine. But the absolute masterful just story that Carpenter came up with for this movie. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but to me, I'll take In the Mouth of Madness over Halloween any day. Because it's just more aesthetically pleasing for me than Halloween is. Don't get me wrong, Halloween is a great movie. But to me, I will always take In the Mouth of Madness over Halloween. Just my preference. Anyway, guys, this is Mark. I'll be signing off. And please, if you guys have anything you want me to review, leave it in the comments. I always read your guys' comments. And tell me what you guys want me to review. I do listen to my fans, and I also always make sure I try to thank you guys as much as possible. So please, if you have a movie that you think I should watch, by all means, feel free to drop that shit in the comments, and I will try my best to get to it.